Hello and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey. I'm the Resolves and this is Camat0 Armory. I think perhaps as a reaction to all the in-cold blood that's running around, the Armory deck here has moved away from Tavrod and Macto and moved more towards Aegis units like the Warden and the Icaria Liberator, with the sole intention of just making a huge Daisho to end the game with. This deck is really living up to the 2-for-1 status that I'd really expect, with cards like the Wanted Poster and the Privilege of Rank, which is basically the Justice Wisdom of the Elders, alongside some good weapons and the Rise to the Challenge, which is really going to make our deck a lot more consistent at ending the game quickly, as it is very easy for us just to turn 4 Rise Challenge, turn 5 Harsh Rule, just emptying the board, and then just go for a turn 6 Daisho, or even just try and set up a Icaria with a minimum amount of units on the opposite side of the board. In Cold Blood is sometimes a little bit too slow to deal with Icaria, as the damage is already done by the time the Cold Blood has managed to hit it and take all the copies out of your hand and deck. As we don't have many actual targets for the Warcries to hit, there's a very good chance that it's going to just hit a weapon like the Auric Runehammer or the Starsteel Daisho, and it's very easy to end the game from those spots. Okay, so it's been a while since I've been able to play like a proper Armory style deck, so let's go into the games. Okay, so I prefer the Starsteel Daisho to actually be in our deck here, and I'm not sure the hand is actually that good, so I think this will be a redraw. This isn't much more like it, but hopefully we'll be able to find some more power with these crests. They'll be able to curve out perhaps a double Throne Warden into just a huge Starsteel Daisho. And Warden Poster, as good as it is, I've got no real removal to pair it with, so I'll just bottom that and just try and find some more power. Be a bit of a disaster if we just had a Warden Poster on an opposing user and there's nothing to do with it. And here we are playing against only Ronins, so this could be a rough one. But hopefully these Throne Wardens aren't too late to build stabilizers. And again, I think we are just going to bottom this Wanted Poster. We've got plenty of ways to actually take over the game. We just want to find the power so we can actually get there.
Send a message.
So this is interesting to see this deck on the ladder again. I suppose with Hailstorm, 2 toughness and 1 toughness is basically 3 toughness. But you've got an extra turn to set up in the face of Hailstorm, instead of just being completely destroyed by Lightning Storm.
Send a message.
The deadly units are actually going to be quite a problem for us, and we're actually probably going to need to draw a Harsh Rule here.
Brace yourself.
I'm going to take approximately 1 million here. Another Icaria is not quite what we wanted, but we'll just play the Throne Warden in Obstinate Belloth mode. And this is pretty gross, have to block here. So here we go again. I suppose we're just trying and mise the Harsh Rule here. It looks like the original hand might be slightly better for us. But the multiple Warcries that our opponent's got that we've not quite seen yet are a little bit scary. So let's go out for bank here. There you go, show me his boss. This one looks pretty nice actually. Got Quarry in the early game to find something, and also got the Slay, the Rise Challenge to find a nice weapon to pair with this Throne Warden, so I think this is a keep. And oh, looks like we're getting a Skycrack here. This could be pretty rough. But having the Runehammer is pretty good, especially paired with the Throne Warden, and I think as Vanquish is quite good against a Champion of Fury, I think I will keep that actually. Okay, so maybe the Vanquish isn't going to be excellent here. We'll just play Crest of Vengeance, and I think we'll keep this Crest on top, just keep hitting these power drops. I think next turn will just be a Quarry. Okay, so this is Primal Icaria, and there are still no counter artisans. It was Quarry first before we do the Crest of Chaos. And I would like a 0 cost Seek power, but the Crest of Vengeance is probably just as good. And Icaria is pretty nice because we do have a bunch of power here. And perhaps lets us use this Rise Challenge to find something a little bit more versatile. And this isn't great news. The counter in here is going to get in the way a little bit. So I'm just going to set up the Throne Warden for next turn. And Quarry, yeah, Quarry's good. I'll keep this. Also get the chance to perhaps just mize into a Privilege of Rank. Let's get to turn the Quarry into a Dragon's Eye. But it's stacking up the War Cries here, especially. They've got 3 now, basically because of the Runehammer. So I played on the Warden, and at worst this perhaps means that we do get to trade off from Warden for both the Runehammer and the weapon. Our opponent has to switch up which weapon they've got equipped and move over onto a Runehammer. Though if they have drawn a Warcried weapon, then it's basically free. I think we will block here just to get rid of this weapon. So still lots of setup. So just a Quarry here. Don't really need hash rules, so I suppose we're just taking the Sea of Glory. I suppose we're just sitting back. If you want undepleted power, we'll just check out this Icaria. And if we don't, we're going to make a... Okay, Molten Fist. That's something. So we sort of need to start knocking that down a peg or two. So we'll just chunk in for 4 here. That could really do for Torch as well there, just to knock it off. Molten Fist can be a very scary card, especially when it's paired with Throne Warden. Though I've not seen any time here, so our opponent doesn't look to be playing any Disjunction, though they could have Reforge. As Molten Fist with Reforge is definitely scary. Though we do at least get to play the Icaria here.
Rise up or be cut down.
And the War Cries here, we should be able to pick up the target with the Rise to the Challenge. Okay, so it was the Daisho got hit, but I don't want to just be dead next turn. So I think we're gonna be able to draw this naturally. Just play the Runehammer to knock this off. And I basically just hope that our opponent plays either something we can wanted poster, so we're able to draw into it, or that we just draw it naturally and able to finish the game with a huge Daisho. Okay, well, we'll hit the Daisho here. That's going to do a ton of damage. We weren't very lucky, but with the War Cries on it, we could sort of tell that it was at least going to be near the top of the deck. Our opponent's given up there. Daisho too strong. Okay, we've got a bunch of power here with a Privilege of Rank. So basically like a 9 power hand and just a Torch. So I think we have to redraw this. Well, we do have the Crests, so I suppose if that was a redraw, I wouldn't be too sad of it. Okay, well, we are playing against an Oni deck again. So this could be rough. Just going to fire the torch off here. Otherwise the Armory is going to get to do like 6 damage to us and just get 3 war cries going. I'm not really into that. Skycrack's sort of fine because we could still make use of these Vanquishes, but at least we've got the Harsh Rule to make use of that. And from Warden would be good, but I think I'm just going to get the 1 cost Annihilate. So if our opponent puts like a weapon on this, or if they are playing the Sensari Brigand. In sort of controlling metagames, the Brigand gets a lot better here. Just play out Wisdom of the Elders, get 2 Justice Sigils out. Then I'm happy to just sort of take 5 here, and then be able to tidy up the turn after. Okay, well, Groundbreaker's pretty rough for us here. I think we're going to need to be annihilating this just so we don't take a million. But I'm going to see what our opponent's up to. Annihilate is a fast spell. So it took 6, 9, 11, and then be able to Harsh Rule, but the Evade should still be in play. Okay, well, we have to Annihilate here, and I think we might still just be dead. Yep, so no burn spells please, or any charge off the top of the deck. Though we will need to rip something else in. Rise to Challenge isn't quite it. So move on to the next game. Okay, run the draw here for Powerful Hands. So I think it's actually a redraw. This is perhaps a lot better, especially if we get to pile on these wanted posters and get to fire them all off with the Vanquish. We'll keep the Crest of Vengeance here, just to keep finding power. Could very well be in a matchup where the wanted posters and Vanquishes could not be very good though, especially against a primal based deck. Look like we're against Felon here. Don't really want the 3rd copy of Vanquish here. We'll be able to find plenty of sort of gas if these Roof Vanquishes are good in the first place. And Harsh Rule, I don't think we need this. Even against Champion and Cunning, we can just use the wanted poster just to pop the Aegis. I think I can wait on the Rise to Challenge for a little bit. But if it gets like another power and there's nothing else to do, I think next time we'll just go and Rise for an Icaria. Let's have a Crest of Chaos first. And yep, so that's 6, 7, so we will just grab the Icaria here. I've been struggling here, not found any actual. So I've not found any dual influence power here, so the champions are not going to be very good.
This night will be your last.
But they do have a Rindra. But I think I'm still happy just to chuck down the Icaria, just use all our power, get those war cries flowing. Then next time we will just lead with wanted poster into Vanquish. So there's no point to trade here, because we've got plenty of removal that we just really want to be using. So attacking first, get our war cries. I'm not sure what they're setting up for here, maybe it's like a In Cold Blood. Okay, so let's check out Quarry, see what we see. And okay, so 14-14 Daisho is likely to close up the game. Especially if our opponent is using their turn just to deal with this Icaria. Perhaps there was a reason to not use the Quarry there, just in case we did find a weapon like this, because it would be protected from sabotage, and there's a good chance that we'd be able to find it on top with the Quarry anyway. So a sabotage here would be pretty bad for us, but it looks like we're managing to get away with it, and just deal 28 with the big Daisho off the top. Okay, so easy redraw here, and we are on the draw for 1 power hand. Now this is quite nice actually. I've got a full curve, just need to hit some powers. We also need to desperately find some fire sources here, but we're against Feln here, so we do have time. And really want the power, but just need to find a fire one sort of as soon as possible. Here we go with the fire source. Nice. We'll grit it down just so that we can quarry it into a crest next turn. So I do have another crest here, but I've got plenty of power, so I'll just take the cheap removal spell, and then we can easily crest into. There we go. Yep, save case, perfect. Don't need to slay this or anything for quite a while, it's just a 2/5. Okay, well there's 2 of them now, so perhaps there's a reason to do that, but I think right now we're just going to rise the challenge. And I think we might want to set up the Throne Warden into the Daisho, but a 6 power Runehammer is also good, though. Really sort of want to do this. The Throne Warden will be pretty great at sort of keeping these at bay. And if our opponent wants to use 2 removal spells to get rid of it, then at least our Icaria, which we're pretty close to being able to play, is going to be safe. So if we're able to keep this armor, then in a pinch we should be able to, as much as it will cause a lot of damage, you'll be able to double hit a champion through the Daisho, as it will be a 4/8. I think if our opponent makes no attacks here, then we will do the Daisho. If our opponent wants to spend the next turn just paying 7 to draw 2 cards, then that's fine by us as well, because we are getting ever closer to being able to play the Icaria. This is sort of ropey as well. I think I might actually remove both of these just so that we can definitely play Icaria next turn. So play the more expensive one first. So this lets us get in for 6. And didn't see any fast effects there, so it's pretty nice as well because it stopped our opponent drawing an Icaria. Now we get to go running Icarias, and we should be able to close out the game pretty quickly here. And it's pretty much the matchup we want to play against. Oh, we're short on justice, I didn't even notice. So this is a bit of a disaster, but we do get to start crunching in there for 6 still. And I suppose we'll just do this the old-fashioned way. And that was a lot of damage, but we're also got our opponent pretty low here. We're on 13 semivals, and as soon as we find that justice source, nice. Channel of Tempest not to the face. That's always a sort of a good place to be in. actually get a bunch of damage with this. And if our opponent plays a non-champion unit, we can pair up the torch to be able to remove anything. Though Blast Sky having to just kill our weapon. So I suppose we're just at the mercy of the top of our deck here. But even a Seek Power is good here. Though I'm pretty sure we discarded a Justice Source here earlier. And double torch, so at least if our opponent's got another Channel Tempest to be able to do it ourselves. But all this strategizing is going to display that perhaps we'll be able to get it pretty soon, but they've not got it right now. So we do have a little bit of breathing space here. Additional 5 sigils is not quite what we wanted here. So I was a little bit too hasty by leaving this Icaria on top. The channel seals it, but I think we'll do it first. Just get the style points. Not letting off the satisfaction of drawing the extra cards there. Okay, so that was Camat0's Traditional Armory. Wasn't quite the result I was expecting with the deck. But then I didn't expect to run into beatdown decks on the ladder either. I thought that Hailstorm had pretty much pushed everything out, but I guess with how far the control decks had gone, especially with the #1 ranked Felon deck, maybe it was time to pick up the Rakano Outlaws and Oni Ronins and just go ham for a while. I was sort of disappointed by how the Felon matchup went though. That could have just been user error. Daisho is still a pretty strong win condition, especially when it's paired with Warden and Icaria. And I could see this deck being a lot better in tournament play, which is where the deck came from, and also being very good in perhaps 2 days ago's metagame. But it was just a nice short video, and I get to add it to the roster. So thanks for watching. I've been That Resolves, and this was Camat0 Armory.